This is a dry pan in the process of getting seasoned. It's gonna take a while, but this is what it looks like when it's raw. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. So today we're going to talk about catch cans and methanol. So as you recall, I was using the quote-unquote Subaru catch can from IAG as I trip over it. It's about a liter, I think, liter and a half capacity, dash 12 breathers here, part of the ASP intake manifold, the base plate, a little battery box for the 16 volt. Anyway, on the dyno it works great. One gear pull, 9-10 seconds, lower to mid power. I drain it, make the pull, drain it. Doesn't seem to be too big of a deal. But when I got to the half mile in Indy, and for you carbon junkies, there's the plenum. When we got to Indy, first couple hits were low power. They were 12, 13 pounds, at least in the table. Since the logging was not working, I don't really know 100% what it was doing. It didn't have any issues. As soon as I turned it up to 25 pounds, which should have been just under 1,000 horse, it definitely became a problem, and it pushed like a quart. So of course I panicked and kind of overreacted. The plugs didn't look good. It wasn't smoking, it wasn't huffing out of the valve covers, but I just didn't want to risk breaking it after doing all this work. So as you can see, it's torn down. I'm gonna double check the injectors, make sure they're clean and all flowing evenly. So that brings us to the catch can that I alluded to last night on Instagram. So what we have here is a Moroso 5-quart catch can. Has dual -16 inlets, so I'm going to have to get some 16 to 12 adapters to run my lines. Obviously I got to make some brackets. It's just sitting there on the radiator hose. We're going to kind of do the same thing that we did before. The radiator hose is going to heat it instead of running coolant to it, help burn off water and fuel. This one has 2 1.25-inch breathers on it, so we got a little bit more volume going out that way. It's a really nice piece. It has, these fittings are actually billet in there. You can't quite tell, but the way the turn down and baffle works, it's really, really cool. 200 bucks on Summit. So everyday price, they're in stock. Yes, I know I only have 6 quarts of oil, but you need a lot more capacity, it appears. So I figure even if I push 2 quarts, I usually have it over full a little bit, like half a quart or so. So if I push 2 quarts, I'd have 4.5 in the motor, maybe 5. It's only 5 normally. So some of the pans are 4.5 anyway. Get back, drain it, put more oil in the engine. So methanol really, really cuts down the oil film and really leads to blow-by. Even though I haven't changed my piston to wall or my ring gaps, I'm still using gas-ported pistons. Unfortunately, this little guy right here likes to push oil now, when it didn't do that on the Ignite. So one strike against methanol, I guess. But I don't quite want to give up on it yet. I said I was going to, but I want to make sure I really, truly know how it works before I move back or move on or whatever I'm going to do. I don't like giving up before I understand how things work. Anyway, that's what all the hubbub was about. If you run methanol, make sure you have a big catch can. Our cars are normally always dry sump when we go to methanol, so not one of those things that really ever thought about. Even then, their catch can, their puke tank, I think is what they call it, those things will fill up too, like 2 quarts. Of course, that's also 1,500 horse or more, but kind of gives you an idea. This is not abnormal, and I should have put 2 and 2 together. Anyway, guys, I hope you're out racing, having fun. I'm going to go to Kansas this weekend, tune some cars, come back, work on this some more. The guys here in the shop are going to go to a IFO event in Seattle, take the Evo 10 out. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Hopefully Miles runs fast, get some testing done, get the car ready for World Cup, which is going to be in November. I think that's about it. Anyway, Take care. Have fun. We'll talk to you later. Bye.